Is your career success a gilded cage, fueling burnout instead of satisfaction? This video unveils the psychological trick I used to rewire my dopamine response, turning soul-crushing tasks into sources of genuine fulfillment. Prepare to rediscover intrinsic motivation, reclaim your mental well-being, and leave burnout in the dust, or let it consume you. Dopamine. You've probably heard of it. It's often called the pleasure chemical in your brain, but it's much more than that. It's a key player in motivation, focus, and even how we learn. Think of it as your brain's way of rewarding you for doing things that are good for survival, like eating or achieving a goal. When you experience something pleasurable, your brain releases dopamine, making you feel good and encouraging you to repeat that behavior. This is how habits are formed, both good and bad. The trick is understanding how to make the right kind of habits by making hard and difficult things more pleasurable. Now here's the problem. In today's world, we're constantly bombarded with things that trigger dopamine release, often without requiring much effort. Social media, video games, sugary foods, they all provide instant gratification. This constant stimulation can lead to a dopamine overload, making everyday tasks seem less appealing. It's like eating too much candy. Eventually, you stop enjoying it as much and you need more and more to get the same effect. This is when things like work or studying, which require sustained effort and don't provide immediate rewards, start to feel like a real struggle. You lose your motivation, your focus wavers, and you might even start to feel burned out. That's where a dopamine detox comes in. It's not about completely eliminating dopamine, which is impossible and unnecessary. Instead, it's about temporarily reducing the amount of stimulation you're getting, giving your brain a chance to reset and become more sensitive to natural rewards. Think of it as cleaning out your system so you can enjoy the simple things again. So how do you actually do a dopamine detox? It's simpler than it sounds. The key is to identify the activities that give you the most instant gratification and then abstain from them for a set period, usually a day or even a few hours. This might include social media, video games, excessive internet browsing, or even certain foods. The goal isn't deprivation, but rather creating space for your brain to recalibrate. Instead of engaging in these high-stimulation activities, focus on things that are less stimulating but ultimately more rewarding. This could include spending time in nature, reading a book, meditating, exercising, or spending quality time with loved ones. These activities might not give you the same immediate rush as social media, but they provide a deeper, more lasting sense of satisfaction. The benefits of a dopamine detox can be significant. Many people report increased focus, improved motivation, and a greater appreciation for simple pleasures. They find it easier to concentrate on work or studies, they feel more energized, and they experience a renewed sense of purpose. It's like rediscovering the joy in everyday life. Of course, a dopamine detox isn't always easy. You might experience cravings or feel restless at first. It's important to be patient with yourself and to remember why you're doing it. One strategy is to replace the activities you're abstaining from with healthier alternatives. For example, instead of scrolling through social media, you could go for a walk or listen to music. Another important aspect is to be mindful of your thoughts and feelings during the detox. Pay attention to what triggers your cravings and how you react to them. This self-awareness can help you identify unhealthy patterns and develop strategies for managing them in the long term. You'll start noticing that doing hard things are actually sources of enjoyment and satisfaction once you remove the distractions. You'll find intrinsic motivation because your brain is no longer relying on external stimulation from impulsive behaviors. Ultimately, the goal of a dopamine detox is to regain control over your impulses and to rewire your brain to find pleasure in more meaningful activities. It's about creating a balance in your life and prioritizing things that contribute to your long-term well-being. This process isn't about self-destruction, it is about self-improvement and growth. This requires discipline, but the rewards are immeasurable. Remember that success isn't just about achievement, it's about mental, emotional, and social development. However, even with the potential benefits of dopamine detox, some questions remain unexplored. For instance, what are the long-term effects of repeated dopamine detoxes? How does individual personality and genetics influence the effectiveness of this technique? And are there specific variations of dopamine detox that are more effective for certain types of individuals or specific addictions? We didn't find how to measure the effectiveness of dopamine detox, since it is a subjective feeling, or if there are any long-term side effects. But our research shows that they can be useful in moderation. If you found this video helpful, please like, share, and subscribe for more content on understanding psychology and unlocking your full potential. Your support helps us create more videos like this. Thank you.